Hello, my name is Jalea Pettis, and I'm the owner and visionary of 3J Productions. This is my voice, my culture, and you're going to hear from the individuals that are working in the ins and outs of it every single day.
I have been in the industry for a little over 2-3 years, just a couple of years now. I am a licensed cosmetologist, and I am the owner and founder of the Curl Counselor.
Hi, my name is Katanya Bankston, and I'm an Arizona native, and I'm also a professional model and professional makeup artist. I have been in the beauty industry, I can say, since I was 6 years old. I started out doing print catalogs, and I started doing makeup once I started modeling mainstream, and because people didn't know how to do my skin. And I've been in the industry professionally since 2003.
Hi, my name is Morgan Teresa Hansen, and I have been a licensed cosmetologist since 2004. I've been doing makeup professionally since 2007, I would say. And I love it so much. I've been just loving this industry more than anything. It has been difficult for me, but when you love it, there's nothing better.
Hi, my name is Frances Edison. I'm the owner of Lux and Vision. I've been doing makeup for the better half of 2 years. I started in theater.
Hi, I'm Arlette Pender, and I'm the owner and operator of Hair Locks by Arlette Natural Hair Care Salon located in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. I've been in industry over 30 years in the natural hair care industry. I am the 2015 Master Pioneer Award recipient, which is awarded to the trailblazers and the pioneers of the natural hair care industry, which we were the trailblazers of the natural hair industry as you guys know it today.
Hi, I'm Danielle Gary. Many of us found us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, just about everywhere. I've been in the industry for 10 years, working for cosmetics lines like MAC, Estee Lauder, Clinique, and then I went and obtained my cosmetology license, an esthetician license, in 2010. I've been working freelance professionally on my own for the past 4 years. I absolutely love what I do, and I am very appreciative to be around women like these who make my skills stronger.
There are so many other topics that we could talk about as it relates to how do you go about branding, how do you go about finding a mentor, how do you go about getting accepted by an agency, like what is special effects and how do you do that, how can I do curly hair, skincare. Like there's so many things that go into this industry. As we progress, I want us to continue to have this dialogue, and I also want us to have more dialogue in reference to how it affects us as individuals within our culture. Because again, as Morgan mentioned, I think people forget that we have to do everything from A to Z. We have to be able to speak to everything, and we also have to talk a little bit about competition. So I want us to dive off into that really, really quickly. So Danielle?
I think a lot of that comes from how we were raised. Being young black women, we are raised to be the best. You have to be one step ahead, be better, work harder. So I think a lot of that's where a lot of that comes from, is home, you know. And then I have never seen black women as proud as within themselves or about their skin and who they are ever in my life as I have in this past year. This whole melanin on fleek, never ever before now, you know. Like now you probably would like getting a gig for you is like nothing. They love that skin. We love that skin. That's why I really like this whole discussion, because I think it's going to make us even more stronger as a unit to be able to support each other and other artists that are hoping to get in the industry.
Absolutely, and that's really the goal at the end of the day. You know, I want us to ruffle people's feathers, because majority of my clientele, honestly, is an African-American. And I'm really okay with that, because at the end of the day, the money is green. So I
Hello.
everything and everybody that sits in front of me. And I think that that's very important, that we learn how to be able to do everything. And not only being able to do everything, we have to still be, you know, right on, fight the power for our folks as well.
Right.
So Morgan, because you're
Yeah.
agency signed, so kind of talk a little bit about that.
So being agency signed is interesting. I know a lot of you guys have worked with agency models too. You know, finding the diversity can be difficult. And sometimes I think it's important because there are people, I'll have clients that say, oh, I looked at your Instagram, you don't have a lot of women of color. But I am the woman of color. So I want people to be able to understand that I am the diversity in my agency. You know, I'm not the model, but she's the model. You know what I mean? And I'm the makeup artist, and it's okay, and it's a good thing. I do think it's important to look for people that are like you. You can't be what you don't see necessarily. I mean, and I'm looking at people like Tom Pacheco, you know, and I'm looking at people that are doing so many amazing things, but I'm also looking at Sam Klein. I'm looking at Pat McGrath, who is running things. And the thing is, she doesn't have
Gibson
to.
on the hair side.
Gibson on the hair side. And he can be among a bunch of people, and that maybe not one person is his race. He is the diversity. So instead of saying, you know, when you look at comments, people are like, there's only 3 black girls SMH. No. Why don't we say, wow, these 3 black girls are taking the initiative. Don't pass over them. You know what I mean? I'm the only artist of color that's signed, you know, to Ford. I'm not intimidated by that at all. I come from the background of being a professional cheerleader. There were 3 of us that were African-American, and you would have people in the stands saying, SMH, there's only 3 black girls. Celebrate me. Yes. Celebrate the fact that I've tried, you know, and that by looking at me, you can use it as an example. You can't be what you don't see. So if I wasn't there, there'd be nobody. You know what I mean? If she wasn't there, being a model, and you know, if I wanted to be a model, I'd see her and say, I can do it. I look at Pat McGrath and I say, I can do it.
Yes.
Looking at Ted Gibson saying, if he's doing it, then what do I need to do to get in there? And that's always been my sort of mantra. So I never go into agency shoots and think, oh, I'm the only black person here. I say, I'm the only black person here. This is dope. This is really cool. So I'm comfortable in my environment, and then, you know, as a beauty artist and going to places like New York and LA where I am doing a lot of blondes and, you know, a lot of people that are not African American, and that's okay. You have to dig deep within yourself to be comfortable to work with whoever is in your chair, because that's part of being a makeup artist. But I think we all together can be, you know, we can get together and say, look at us. We're all doing it. If we're doing it, then you can absolutely do it. There's zero holding you back. I don't care how many people are not in that spot. Even if there's nobody of color, go be that person. And that's just about having the confidence to get in there and be that person. So I'm fine to be in my agency and, you know, be the diversity, to be a cheerleader and be the only person of color and embrace that.
I think it goes with that box that you were saying earlier. If you want to put you, especially with like social media, again, they look at your stuff, they look at you. But my Instagram is much different from my professional portfolio. My portfolio is going to give you everything. Instagram is just what I'm getting at that time. So I'm posting the clients are getting at that time. So you come to your Instagram and you're like, oh, she doesn't do many white girls, doesn't do many Caucasian clients. And I'm like, well, give me a couple months when wedding season comes, because that's all I get.
and just look deeper. You know?
I think too, with what I kind of struggle with too is like recently with my business, it's not just styling. It's really teaching, and it's an education portion of it. And so a lot of times too, when I'm reaching out to all those companies that don't do natural hair, like they don't have a natural hair care line, or specifically for curly hair, they have 3 products or something, and they're like, well, don't you want to work for somebody that does? Don't you want to do education for like We Dad or Diva Curl? And I go, what about your product though? Don't you want somebody with curly hair standing up for your product and checking it? Because I think that any African American woman should go and be able to grab something from the salon and say, this can work on my hair. Do you have people that are working with you that are doing that? And if not, here I am. So let me in. And you do that because people are going to expect me to do that, right? They're going to expect me to go for Diva Curl and Jane Carter, who I love, because I will locally do that. But at the same time, what about Kevin Murphy? Who is checking these products right now? And if it's not anybody who has hair that's curly that is working with, why can it not be me? Give me that. I'll take it and I'll distribute it, because any one of my black friends or anybody, and I feel the same way about salons. I work at a salon in Scottsdale. You should be able to walk into that salon, in any salon, and know that somebody could. It's not just me that should be able to do
That's
hair.
Arizona.
Is that true? Are you
That's
It's so true.
That's Arizona.
It's like
Any aren't
everybody.
from Arizona, all of our friends or cousins that are not from Arizona, they, well, girl, who do you know that can do hair? Who do you know that can do this? I'm
The
not going to
struggle's
just walk
real.
into this. I'm not
Right.
going to walk into there. And a lot of that too comes from education. When I was in beauty school, we had one black school teacher for all of Empire.
Right.
One black school teacher
Right.
at that time for all of Empire in Tucson, Arizona. Okay.
And I didn't have any.
Okay.
At the
I'm
school
coming
that I
down
went
And
to.
she
Yeah.
saved,
That,
she
I'm
saved
going.
me. She
Yeah.
saved me, and she saved a lot of those other people, a lot of other girls that graduated from my school. But other people in Arizona are not that lucky. So that needs to change. I think
Yes.
more of us, once we are done in the field, we need to go into education.
Well, it's on the reverse side too. Everybody needs to be educated in everything. So if we are out there saying, I'm going to get NC 50 and NC 15 and make sure I know how to work with all those colors in between,
Right.
I think everybody should be able, I love being able to sit with someone who is not my color.
Right.
And she can do my makeup and she's not scared.
Right.
You know, on the reverse side,
Yes.
and
I
we
haven't
need
done
that
that
to
yet.
go. I was in a school with 5 teachers. One of them is black, but all 5 of them could teach me how to do hair.
Absolutely.
You know, everybody needs to educate themselves so that we don't feel like we need someone to help us. We're fine, but we need everybody to come together so that everybody knows how to do everything. If we have to struggle to make sure everybody sees that we can do it, everybody should be able to do it. I don't give anybody a break. If someone's doing my makeup, are you an artist or are you not?
Yep.
You need to be able to at least have and try. I've got adorable, makeup artist friends that they have the colors. They might not know how to use the colors, but they buy it. The only time when I'm just like, no, you're not a makeup artist, is when you don't have the colors. Or I only specialize, you don't specialize in light skin.
Bring your own.
You don't specialize
That's
in
so
light
sad.
skin.
Yeah, bring your own
Yeah.
foundation.
And that was my
That's
common
not
thing.
an
Doing,
artist.
that was my common
Exactly.
thing doing runway in Arizona. Anytime I got with any runway, I turn around and every model of color is behind me.
Push it to you.
It's all behind me because they're like, well, I'm not going over there.
You feel that, don't you?
Well, speak to that, because when I first started, like I said, I knew how to do my skin tone. But it wasn't intentional. I have a mass following where, I have to intentionally reach out past my skin tone and like thereof to get a differentiated clientele, because it's I don't know how many times I've had somebody contact me you did this girl's skin tone and it was gorgeous, and I'm like, that's great, but I'm also trying to get a different, and so it's I get pounded with my sisters. I'm like, I love every last one of you, but I have a list like this and a list like this, and I'm trying to get my different colored girls to be the same, so that way I'm well rounded. But I'm just
That goes back to you. That goes back to you. Don't be scared to reach out to these people.
Right.
I
'Cause
do.
I'm never
What
scared.
I'm
I
saying.
was don't be scared to reach. And even the girls that have huge followings, they will come free. They will come and get that free.
Well, I guess what I'm
Especially
saying
when
more
you're
specifically
good.
is when people see my work, they're like, oh my goodness, she can do that dark skin girl skin tone, and that means she could do me. And I'm like, yes. But when I have the opposite, a Caucasian woman will be like, well, that's gorgeous, but can you? And I'm like, yes, I can.
And on the flip side, I've had very, very deep ebony toe women ask me,
Right.
"Can you,
This
are
is
you
what I
sure
was
you
gonna
can
say.
do?"
I was gonna say that.
Both ways.
And
Both ways.
To your situation, Francis, if I were you, this is just my opinion, I would take more pictures with Jalea because I would just, and let people know that you're a mentor, but
Yeah.
a mentee, because she does do
I didn't even know you were
the
connected to her.
clientele. She
Had no
does.
idea.
Connected like a
I had no idea.
So what I'm saying is, she her clientele or her I guess clientele base is of the skin tones that you're looking for. So if you're her mentee, then and people actually see that, then they will more tend to, give you more of a chance. Connect the dots. And the other thing I wanted to say that even in this industry, as us being professionals, no matter how long we've been in this industry, we all are still learning.
Absolutely.
And none of us are as confident as we look today.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because even as I did Danielle's hair today, we didn't even know we was going to the same place. I was like, I need my makeup done. She was like, I need my hair done. I was like, well,
We ended
up going to the same place. But and I'm like, every time I attack a hairstyle or hair texture, which I'm good at installing hair, making it look like it's growing out of your scalp. But I'm always praying for these,
Look, don't play with it. With the eyelash on, like, you better not tear.
You know what I'm saying? What I don't want to get across is that because I sit here and I am confident in who I am and I love myself and I love my fro and I love what I do and everything, I'm still learning and I'm still on, I criticize myself a lot, and it's not what you see, because what you see could totally distort what's really going on behind a person. When even Jalea, I'm sure she knows what she's doing, but she's like, oh my goodness, I got to do this a little bit, and how am I going to do this? Because you're always you're always creating.
Yeah.
So whenever you're comfortable, you're complacent, and you're not supposed to be comfortable because you're not supposed to be complacent. No matter how far you go in the industry, for me, I'm kind of on my way out. I think I might be the oldest person in the room.